I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know too much about Russell Brand, but what I do know is that this age of Aquarius has been bringing consequences and justice to women across the board. And we've been seeing the consequences since R. Kelly went to jail, Weinstein, Bill Cosby did get some jail time. We're seeing these men who were previously untouchable actually get touched. Now, this one says, I'm a female comedian, and these Russell Brand allegations are only the start. I am here for it. And, some of us in my network may not know too much about Russell Brand, just like I don't, but I read the news and I'm here for consequences and actions meeting. Okay, so let's get into this article. It said it felt inevitable, to be honest. Women in comedy were all braced for it. Within minutes of the Russell Brand allegations being made public, allegations Brand has denied with no uncertain terms, people swept in to criticize everyone who was aware of the rumors around him and did nothing. Responsibility was placed on us, those who were quietly protecting each other, but were deemed to have not taken enough action to prevent this and hit in Brand's alleged behavior. And my God, we are so tired. Yes, I'm sure that people are being piled on as if they are responsible for his behavior. But let's look deeper into this article. Okay, so this person says, it is very difficult to go on the record with any information that you have received. There is a risk to you for sharing it from a legal standpoint, particularly where you know the person in question has power or money. There's also a risk to the person the information pertains to. If somewhere along the way a detail was misconstrued, and also to the victim whose story it isn't yours to tell. Women who have spoken face intense scrutiny. You only have to look at Catherine Ryan yesterday to see that. We have also seen many moments heralded as comedy's answer to Time's Up, with names named, often at great psychological cost to the victims, only to see those whose time was allegedly up gigging again months later. So we do what we can in smaller ways through DMs and conversations in green rooms. I have lost count of how many messages I've received along the lines of just a heads up about X, or how many lift shares a promoter has arranged for me involving being in a car with someone I've never met, where I'm checking in with other comedians just to check that they're okay. This is what women do. We have to form these kinds of bonds because we know that we're not protected, and we know that ex-wives are protected. This author reminds you that you have to educate yourself on the heavy burden of proof needed to get charges against men. Please understand that it is heavy on what women have to go through to even bring these charges. Just look at even how those women who win legally end up losing in other ways, as their lives are put on trial as much as the accused. Some red flags can't even be reported to the police. Behaviors that is a problematic red flag, but not yet criminal. Please understand that just because someone is displaying behaviors that hasn't acted yet, you can't do anything about that. Whew. And this is not even to speak on just what Russell Brand in particular is going through. Like I said, I don't know too much about this situation, but just in general, when you talk about what it takes for victims to even come forward, for them to go through the process of an investigation, getting people to even believe your stories, it is challenging. This paragraph, it serves more as a depressing indictment of how, despite all the talk about time being up, a lot of people didn't want to believe women, particularly when they're accusing people they admire. Like I said, this is not even on brand to Russell Brand. This is just in general. People don't want to believe that these men are capable. It's a horrible time to be a woman in comedy at the moment. And the depressing part is that when the furor over this specific incident has died down, we know that very little will have changed. Hopefully, that sentiment will not hold true. Hopefully, women do start continuing to come forward, getting justice, and rooting out these issues. I'm seeing more consequences being had and hopefully it will continue. The age of Aquarius is here, and hopefully women will continue to get justice.